If you just bought a CNC machine and you're about to start buying bits, stop. Most people buy bits that they don't need. Today, we're going to be going through and looking at the top 5 bits that you should have as a beginner doing woodworking on a CNC machine. And these 5 bits will get you through most of the projects you're going to want to make right away. No fluff, no frills, let's get right into it. Bit number 1 is a 1/4" downcut bit. This is one of the most used bits, especially when you get started with a CNC machine. If you're cutting plywood, veneered material, or anything where the top surface quality matters the most, this is the one that you want. It leaves a nice clean top surface because of the direction of the flutes and it forcing that material away from the top edge. Each of these bits has flutes. The flutes are the cutting edges of the bit, so the part that is actually cutting the material. So on this one there are 2, and those flutes are pushing the chips of the wood downward. If you care most about the quality of the top surface, this is the bit that you're going to want to start with. This is especially good for making pocket cuts, where you're not going all the way through the material, but you're just removing part of it for something like a tray or a dish or anything like that. And when you're working on a profile cut, which means that you're cutting around the outside of a shape, you're actually going to be forcing those chips right into the cut. When you're working with thicker material, something like 3/4" plywood, you're going to want to take multiple passes to get down to the final depth to cut through the material. Each time that you're going around, you're actually going to be pushing those chips into the cut, compacting them down in there, which means that every time that the bit is going around, it's recutting those exact same chips, which is definitely not ideal. However, this bit is a workhorse. It's going to get you through just about anything that you're wanting to do, but it is not the ideal solution for all jobs, which is exactly why we have the second bit here, which is the 1/4" upcut bit. Just like the downcut bit, the upcut bit has 2 flutes, but you can see that they are going in opposite directions. The upcut bit is forcing the chips out of the cut. So with the downcut bit, it produces a nice clean top surface. With the upcut bit, it's designed to produce a clean bottom surface of the material. So as it's coming through on its last pass, forcing those chips up, it's the exact opposite of the downcut. However, it's removing all of those chips from the cut. So it's not having to recut all of the chips with every pass that it makes, especially on harder materials where those chips are being recut, again, if you're using something like a downcut bit. The upcut is a great bit for profile cutting. However, one of the downsides with it is it does not necessarily leave a clean top surface of the material. If you're using really splintering material, it can definitely cause some chip out issues on those edges. If you're going to be adding an edge profile to the piece that you're cutting out, an upcut bit will work perfectly, as most of the time that edge profile is just going to remove any amount of chip out that's there. When using an upcut bit for profile cutting, there are ways to prevent any of that chipping on the top surface, which you can see in some of these clips. Those bits are a little bit advanced and not really something that you'd want starting out on a CNC. A quick difference between these two is that the downcut gives you a clean top edge, the upcut clears chips better and handles deeper cuts, leaving a nice clean surface on the bottom side of the cut. You'll end up using both of these depending upon the project that you're working on. Now there is a bit that combines both of these. It's called a compression bit. However, it's not something that I'd really recommend for somebody just starting out. We can get to that in another video. Next up, we've got the 1/8" downcut bit. This is for when you need to make a little more detailed of a cut. This is the same as the 1/4" downcut bit. However, with the 1/8", it's just a smaller diameter. Everything else remains true. Still 2 flutes, forcing the chips down, leaving a nice clean top surface of the material. It can be used for pockets. It can also be used for profile cuts as well when you're working with thin materials like 1/4" plywood, as it's not prone to pulling the material up, and it will actually force it down to be held in place. And this allows you to get into tighter corners than a 1/4" bit will. Speaking of detail, this is your detail bit. This is a 90-degree V-bit. By far my favorite degree of a V-bit. It's wide enough to be able to hog out quite a bit of material while also being able to get just about as much detail as you could want. This is what you use for lettering, signs, and detail work. It's what takes a project from just a cutout to actually looking finished. If you want clean text or sharp detail, this is the bit for you. One of the most common tool paths to use with this bit is a V-carve. A V-carve is something that when you're just getting started is a bit of a mystery, but it's a super simple tool path that is very effective and can cut an amazing amount of detail. All a V-carve does is it takes some sort of a design, whether that's text or an image or whatever it might be. It uses the geometry of the bit, so the dimensions of it from left to right, and then also the degree. So it needs to know those 2 things to determine how shallow or how deep it needs to cut to carve everything out. It's a really simple toolpath strategy that has amazing results. There are other degrees of V-bits out there. However, this is the one that I use most often. I do like this particular bit a lot. This is an insert bit, so there's a screw that holds it in place. And there are 4 sides on the bit, so when one gets dull, you rotate it to a new side, and when all 4 sides are dull, you just replace the insert itself and keep the tool body. This one also leaves an incredibly clean cut, and even though there are lots of other degrees of V-bits, this is the one that I reach for almost every time. With just these 4 bits already, you can do most projects that you're going to want to make starting out. But we're going to add this 5th one and take things to the next level. This is a 3/4 inch bowl and tray bit. One of the most common projects that you'll be cutting just starting out is going to be trays. They're super easy to make and are very beginner-friendly projects. This one will hog out material a lot quicker than going with something like a 1/4 inch downcut bit to do everything. And also, it leaves a really nice radius on the edge on the inside of the tray, which gives it a really nice, unique look. A bit like this is a really good excuse to use up all of those scraps that you've been saving in your shop for years, because you can take basically any of those and make a tray out of it. It's a great beginner project and something that I would highly recommend. If you start with these 5, you'll handle most of the projects you're going to want to make early on. If you want these exact bits, we put together a set. It's linked down in the description. If not, at least now you know what to look for. There are so many other bits that we can cover and go over in future videos. I'd love to do that with you. Drop a comment, let me know what you guys would like to see. And if you've enjoyed this type of content, be sure to give us a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more content as well. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. Have a great day, everyone.